Hey guys, just finished watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I think I forget what number episode 6 maybe. I don't know. So this was the one where we were supposed to get our Age of Ultron trailer, and I know it was released. It was leaked. Obviously, you've seen my 40-minute video. If you check my channel, you'll see my 40-minute video. I talked about that when that was leaked online. Um, but here, I thought that we were going to get something else instead, or even just, I would have loved to have just re-seen exactly what we saw, just see it on TV. I don't know, or a little bit extra more, from Age of Ultron. But there wasn't anything from it. I did see online, though, that they did, the official Agent Carter thing did release a little 15-second trailer. I'm not gonna go into it too much just because they really don't show much. They just show a few action scenes of just her shooting, and I went through it quickly just to see if there's any characters, like the guy who was in the beginning of the first, the guy who's working with Hydra, who's from the past, and still alive now, without aging really. Yeah, I haven't seen anything like that. Anything that we really would recognize, in this trailer. It's just showing, action stuff from the 40s and just her shooting a little bit and whatnot. There's really not much in that trailer. But for this episode of Shield, this episode really was definitely good. I mean, the whole Ward's brother and whatnot. It was definitely really interesting, but it's still tough to say, who did what, what really happened. Is Ward telling the truth? Is Ward's brother telling the truth? I mean, spoiler alert: Ward does escape at the end of this episode, so there is that. But that doesn't mean that he wasn't telling the truth. Just because he has an opportunity to escape and he decides to escape because he knows his brother's gonna kill him or whatnot, then maybe that would be the good reason why he'd want to escape. Um, if he actually did it, if he was actually the bad guy who he made his, he beat his other younger brother just on his own without his brother, without his brother forcing him, then then maybe uh, you know you know, and he is telling the truth, and he's not as evil as as his brothers making him out to be. He would still want to escape, from from his brother if his brother is trying to is the person to who's killing who forced him to do all that stuff, and who will probably kill him. So I definitely think that either way, whether Ward is as bad as he's made out to be, or whether Ward was forced to or not forced to do whatever he did as a child, um, I think he would still want to escape and not see his brother because his brother would try and kill him, for rather telling the truth so that the truth doesn't come out. If his brother is hiding stuff, if he kills Ward, then there's no one will know that no one will know where no one will know the truth. But if Ford is really evil, then he'll still want to kill him because he just, he wants to get out. He's so mad at him, he'll just want to kill him. And for to just get that out of his life and so whatnot, so that he can move on and have, and give him the death penalty. But really, he'll just like kill him straight off and not be a death penalty or whatnot. But he'll just, he's in jail or whatnot and or something like that. Because they don't know. No, the public doesn't know what Ward looks like. He's been in Hydra. He's been in Shield and Hydra the whole time, all secret. So he could just have Ward physically kill and just take any other cellmate and just brand him with the name, give him the Ward name, and here's Ward. Here's him in jail. Whereas really the real Ward was just being tortured somewhere or being, just got shot and tortured to death, and that's it. So I think the idea of Ward, escaping, it was really a no-brainer idea because it was just like, not that I saw it coming or anything like that, but it would just make sense that that's what Ward would want to do, because either way, whether Ward is as bad as he is, whether Ward did or did not do, whether Ward was forced to or not to do what he did back as a child, by the well, you know, it, his brother would still want him dead, based off of what we've seen here. So that's definitely very interesting and whatnot. But the parts, where we saw with having Mockingbird in costume. Um, she was pretty interesting. Her hair, now that she's kind of dyeing it back, she dyed it back blonde. The only thing though, I kind of would want her to. Now I don't know much about the character in the comics. Not, I've never read much about it. Um, you know, but I definitely think that there is a good I think that her hair is interesting. I would just prefer like a little bit blonder hair for her. I know she's the actress is not blonde and whatnot, so she's really, I mean, she was cast as Wonder Woman. You don't get farther away from blonde than Wonder Woman. So I think that if they could maybe make it a little bit you know blonder, I think it would be a little bit better. But I think I like the slow transition instead of just going from Wonder Woman dark to Black Canary blonde. In one episode, I think it would have been just a drastic change. It would have been just I don't know, unless she wore a wig, it wouldn't have made sense. Whereas now she slowly dyes it over the episode, and it gets a little bit darker and a little darker. Will definitely look more like the Roots. But I feel like her relationship with I keep on forgetting the guy's name there, but with her ex husband there, I feel like they're using that. They're kind of replacing him. They're replacing excuse me, Hawkeye with him, since Hawkeye is Jeremy Renner's, who is now a top actor in Hollywood. In all kinds of movies. You know, I think that there's there's no way to be able to we can't get Hawkeye in here, and there's no way for them to start to have that relationship. Now maybe they'll still have it on. Now I think it'd be interesting to definitely have it. um have that relationship, because they're ex-wife, these two, in the show, so they have that chemistry here that we were looking for, when instead of having Hawkeye they have this guy. um uh, I just think that hopefully, maybe they'll mention that she left and went for Hawkeye, or maybe she will eventually somehow appear in one of the Avengers. There was lots of talk of them building another Avengers, and West Coast Avengers or something like that. And we have the Inhumans announced today and all that stuff. So maybe she will meet Hawkeye in one of those things, one of those um, operations. One of those movies. I think that would definitely be a cool thing to have. And I'm interested to find out. As her suit looks pretty good, and she looks cool, but it looks a little bit close to to May's suit. Um, but and I think, like I was saying in the other episode, I'm interested to find out, to see how just take her suit and just separate it, just put it like a little bit above everyone else, but then give her a reason to do that. So that's what I'm waiting for, so that it becomes, oh, she's a superhero and May is a super duper agent. She's not just a super. Right now, she's just a super duper agent. I want to see her become a hero, superhero, have that superhero-ness to it. The level that Hawkeye and Black Widow are. Black Widow and Hawkeye. They're technically just super duper. Like top of the top of Shield agents. So I definitely want to have her become like that. A little bit, almost to the edge, to the verge, like how Hawkeye and Black Widow are like on the line of superhero and agent. They're on the line of it, type thing. I'd definitely like to have her on the line, and then just have May, at the top of the list for Shield agent, and have her as the top of the list for superhero. Have her like just on the fence of whether she's a superhero or whether she's a Shield agent. You know what I mean, with like skill wise and whatnot. So just by giving her backstory and giving her oh, she trained here, she trained like all last season she was training here, she was doing missions there, so she had to fight on her own, or she doesn't have a team. Melinda May has been going She was with Coulson's team the whole time. You know, she was with the team. So I definitely think that giving her a little bit more experience, a little bit more, more experience. I mean, when we first saw Melinda May, she was in The Office. You know, whereas if Mockingbird was always on in a mission, I think it'd definitely be interesting to give her, just to bring her up, make her feel like more of a superhero. I feel like we actually have a superhero in the show, even though she would actually be, on the level, giving her the level of Hawkeye and making her seem equal and or pretty close to, very almost equal to Hawkeye and Black Widow. I think that would definitely be the way to do it, and I think it'd be very interesting to see. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Did you like it? What do you think of her suit? I know we already did this video. I talked about it in the video, but definitely the suit looks good and definitely is usable. Yes. So yeah, peace out, guys. Let me know what you think.